plaintiff, Erica Greenwood, dated the defendant, but on their son's first birthday, he was arrested for drug trafficking and spent 2 years in jail. Erica is suing her ex-boyfriend for car payments. Defendant Dion Lopez says while he was awaiting trial, facing 20 years to life in prison, the only thing Erica cared about was being sexually satisfied. Dion's countersuing for car payments and emotional distress.
Start with you.
Okay, Your Honor. Mr. Lopez and I have been in a relationship since 2003. We have a 5-year-old son. Things were fine. Then in the year of 2006, on our son's first birthday, Mr. Lopez was arrested for conspiracy of drug trafficking. We were at our son's birthday party and he drove his car we were at a park and he drove onto the park, and the police came and they arrested him because he had a warrant. 2 years later, he was found not guilty.
Okay.
But I wanted to state that
he had a warrant for selling dope.
He had a warrant for drug trafficking, right. Conspiracy to selling drug trafficking.
That's selling dope.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
Yeah.
You can prove it up.
Okay.
It means he had a warrant for selling dope. All right. Go ahead.
They held him in jail for 2 years. And then his trial was August 2007.
That's illegal. That's illegal.
Well,
what state is that?
California.
Yeah, there's a 180-day rule in California, meaning a person has to come to trial within 180 days. Otherwise, they have to release them. So I don't think you're telling the truth. But nonetheless, what else you want me to know? Let's move right along.
Okay.
All right. Because first you tried to act like that it wasn't called selling dope.
I was letting
you said
you know
conspiracy. I said selling dope. Conspiracy. Trafficking. Selling dope.
I wasn't.
Now you want me to believe he was in prison for 2 years without going to trial. Let's move on.
Okay. So he was in jail. And I was stood by his side the whole time, writing him letters and everything. When Mr. Lopez got out of jail, he changed. He was different. You know, he took a job as a club promoter and was, hanging out all night and doing his own thing, talking to different women. And, this was a consistent thing all the time. Mr. Lopez will come home late, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. There was times when I was checking his phone and women were sending him text messages. Regardless, Mr. Lopez was cheating.
Mm-hmm.
February of 2010, I needed a vehicle because my vehicle had broke and I needed a new one. At the time, I couldn't get a car financed in my name because of my credit. I asked Mr. Lopez if he would put a car in his name for me.
Okay, before we get to the specifics, let me allow him to give some background. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, everything so far is pretty much correct. I was incarcerated for 2 years falsely, Your Honor. You're right about the speedy trial. You got it right for speedy trial.
Thank you for telling me I was right about the law.
I never signed my rights away. I got all my paperwork. I guess the federal government isn't exactly what they're supposed to be.
I agree. The criminal justice system isn't always fair.
I never signed away my speedy trial rights, Your Honor. I was in jail. Like, honestly, I get emotional just thinking about it. I was in jail for two years, you know what I'm saying, in a box. She said, I'm not the same. She wouldn't be the same. Put her in a box for 2 years. See, if she come home and act the same as, of course I'm not the same. I'm in the process, but it's like, it took me a while to get it going because a lot of the lawyers were afraid to sue the government. Yeah, but let's be honest, I'm in jail for 2 years. You think she just stood out there by my side for 2 years and didn't do nothing?
The most important part is that I took care of his son.
No, I'm not arguing the most important part to him.
I'm about to go to trial. I'm facing 20 to life, Your Honor. I call her and she tell me, I know you in jail, but you should be, you can still make me feel content as a woman. There's more that you could do. I'm like, man, I'm about to go to trial this week. You didn't even say what's going on. I ain't talked to you. What's going on? Are you about to, how you been? Are you, you can satisfy my needs without,
oh my,
you know what I'm saying? Through the phone. I'm like, what is you talking about? I'm about to go to trial, Your Honor.
What are you
about to go to trial and she talking about phone sex.
I don't know what
you about to go to trial and she talking about phone sex.
Sound in front of a bunch of buff dudes talking nasty.
That's right.
It's like, come on, man.
Right.
That is so not true.
That's
You
right.
need to knock it
So,
off.
I understand it's not the same, but you got to give me the benefit of, I was in the can for 2 years.
That's
I get out, of course I'm not the same. She wouldn't be the same. So, like, we just broke up, actually, when I got home. That's why I was doing my thing.
Were you all broken up, man?
I mean, this is a problem that him and I always have. He'll say we're broken up, but then he's still in my face, in my presence.
So what was it like when you got back with her?
Well, I was like, I felt like she turned her back on me when I was going through that. So it was like, I didn't feel the same. And then when I was calling her, when I was reaching out, she was, acting like a different person. Like we weren't as close. Like before we was Bonnie and Clyde, now we was like Jekyll and
Think
Hyde.
she had gotten someone else while you Bonnie and Clyde, Jekyll and Hyde. You think she had started seeing someone else while you were
I'm
locked
pretty
up?
sure.
You have any
it's a long
evidence?
2 years. No, and I don't like blaming people without evidence because that's what happened to me. But,
All right, there you
go.
Tell me about the car.
He put the car in his name.
Okay.
So we couldn't co-sign because my credit wasn't good enough.
He put it in his name.
Yeah, in
his
February.
credit was all right,
Yeah.
obviously. All right.
In February of 2010. Mm-hmm. Well, he was staying with me. We weren't living together. So during this whole time,
makes sense.
the issues of him doing the same things that he was doing, coming home late, incidents where, I'm calling him at 4:00 in the morning and he's not answering his phone. He's on the phone with another woman. It chimes me into the conversation and he's telling another woman on the phone, you get me so hot and horny and I can't even get a hug from you. But he thinks he's talking to another woman, but he's actually talking to me. And I'm like,
You finally got that call you wanted, huh? Go ahead.
So I say, Dion. And he's like, oh, I knew it was you. I'm downstairs in the garage. I'm coming upstairs right now. And so it was like incidents like that, So it just got to the point to where I was like, you know what? This is stupid. Okay. So around May, I told him, I said, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. And I'm done. So Mr. Lopez wasn't satisfied with that. He wanted to still be with me. But of course, now I'm driving around in his car, not his car. It was my car because I put the money down. We made a verbal agreement that I will be responsible for the car. So he decides that he wants his car back.
I know you in jail, but you should be, you can still make me feel content as a woman. There's more that you could do. I'm like, man, I'm about to go to trial this week. You didn't even say what's going on. I ain't talked to you. What's going on? Are you about to, how you been? Are you, you can satisfy my needs without,
oh my,
you know what I'm saying? Through the phone. I'm like, what is he talking about? I'm about to go to trial, Your Honor.
What are you
about to go to trial? She talking about phone sex.
Plaintiff Erica Greenwood is suing her ex-boyfriend, who claims he caught Erica cheating after he looked through her cell phone.
I said, hey, well, how can we go get the car refinanced and I can put it in my name? My credit is good. I paid some bills. I can get the car refinanced in my name. He says, no. I want my car. You go start that new life with somebody else that you want to do. Since you want to move on, then move on. Go do your own thing.
You gonna do it on foot.
He decides. He comes up to my job. I'm a hairstylist, Your Honor. He decides to come to the salon on the busiest day of the week, Saturday, bring the police. The police comes inside of my job. They say Mr. Lopez is outside in the parking lot and Mr. Lopez wants his car. I try to bargain with the police.
Right at your place of business.
At my place of business. I try to bargain with the police. They say, ma'am.
Ooh, I know they gossiped about you for the longest. That's what they do in the barbershop and the beauty salons. Gossip. So you gave him some good material.
Well, he did.
Go ahead.
I said, your officer, he said, we ran the place and at this time it's Mr. Lopez's car. So get you some bags and come outside and get your belongings. He takes the car and he goes on about his business and takes the vehicle.
Okay.
Now,
And were you delinquent on the payments?
No.
Okay. Sir?
She basically got me to put the car in my name.
Oh my.
She was paying for it, but at the time, she wouldn't have been able to get that car without my name.
What was the agreement?
She was supposed to pay for it. Okay. That's how she was going to get it. I have a vehicle. I'm driving
when
around.
She paid it off, it would be hers.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Okay. Go ahead.
But the thing is, she never told me she was cheating. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was manipulated.
How did you find out she was cheating?
She's worse than the feds.
Let's talk about how you call her. She's worse than the feds.
I'm talking about I'm asleep. I just hear some rattling. I wake up out of my sleep. She running off to the bathroom with my phone. She's messed up. I got an entertainment company, right? I started since I've been home. I do private parties. I do clubs. She steal my phone. She's going through numbers. I'm a club promoter. There's girls. I'm not doing a gay club.
You're right.
I got girls at the club.
You're right.
I got to deal with women. She's a very insecure person, Your Honor.
I don't believe so, Your Honor. He used to come home with makeup on his shirt.
You got to greet the women when they come in.
I did that. That's what happened, for real.
That's
what
what greet the women and they all
wasn't on my face. It was on my shoulder.
They got makeup on. Hey, baby, come on in. You got your friends tonight? All right, $20 a piece.
That's what I'm saying.
Go ahead. So how did you catch her? Well, I know your game. How did you catch her? Tell me how you caught her.
So one time I took her phone because she was always going to mine.
And what did you see in her
I
phone?
took her phone for once.
What did you see, yo?
So when I cracked that thing open, guess what she been doing the whole time since we've been together?
How's he gonna say the whole
She's telling
time,
other
Your
dudes
Honor?
she in love with him.
Oh my
They
God.
get her all hot and horny. And
Oh,
all
you
this
wanna
stuff. She
use the
can't wait
same
to see
line
him
I
again.
said?
She
Wow.
can't wait to see him again. So I'm like, oh, hold
Well,
on.
maybe she was promoting club. You promote club too?
They had little girls that I wanted to do their
Yeah,
hair.
club
So you
pleasure.
know.
Building her business.
Yeah, I'm
Club
doing my
pleasure.
business, you know.
We got to get back to the car payments.
So that's how.
But this is a little juicy. Is
But
that
at the
true?
same time, no, Your Honor, because when he stole my phone,
Did
we
you
worked
say
together.
all that over your
If
phone?
you don't knock it off.
I don't believe. I mean, I probably did, Your
Nah,
Honor.
all
Right. Now,
Why were
that's
you at
why
my friend's house for me to
served.
take the phone?
Listen to
Did
the
you
judge.
take the car back?
Yeah, I took it.
Had she been late on the payments?
No.
The very last one, she was a little late. They called
Little
me.
late.
They
There's no
called
such
me.
thing.
They called me.
There's no such thing as a little late.
They called me.
Why did you take
Because
it
I was
back?
mad, y'all. I felt like I was manipulated.
What's your counterclaim? $3,224. For how does she owe you for car
Because
payments?
once I got
I
the
was on the
car,
bus.
Why?
once I got the car, now I'm legally responsible for it. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't even gotten that situation if she didn't need a car. But then again, I wouldn't have got the car if I known she was
Who
cheap.
has the car now?
The repo?
Okay. So you took it from her and the finance company took it from you.
Yeah, after about
All
two,
right,
three-
you
2 months.
repossessed it from
3
her
months.
illegally, however, because you all had an agreement and that agreement was based on her paying. And she paid. You can't go back on the agreement
She
because
should've
you
had
get
that
mad
agreement.
at her.
She tricked me into getting the car, though, Yana. I didn't think it was.
How is that a trick?
No, she
You should
can't
have had the
trick
dude you was
you.
talking to get the car.
You sound like you got way too much game to get tricked.
He got game.
I know better than
I
that.
got game.
I mean, you can't trick me either. I got a lot of game myself.
And listen to this, one more thing. Once I do got the car, she turned to a beast. She was harassing me,
That's
coming
your
to my
emotion-
friend's
that's your
house,
emotional distress.
coming to friend's house, causing scenes. She came to my mom's house. I was asleep. She opened my window, pulled my blinds down, yelling obscenities in my room.
Ma'am, did you do any of this?
I don't believe so. I think
You
What do you mean you don't
believe
believe so?
I think he's lying. I think he's telling.
think?
I believe he's
Yeah,
telling a
that-
Do you
lie.
have any evidence of this?
No.
A letter, a
I could
statement
have brought my
from
blinds.
somewhere?
She knows she did it.
I didn't do that.
Unfortunately, you repossessed her car illegally, so she only had it how many months?
I had it 4 months.
4 months. I'm going to give her all her money back, $3,473, because you should not be rewarded for your illegal act.
What about her messing up my club too, man?
That's
my
a different,
followers.
that's a different issue. I'm not here to determine that. With regard to the car payments, I'm not sure what you believe she should pay you for car payments that you owe.
Your Honor.
I can't
You're
go
from the
with you no
streets
more.
too, though. You know
That's
she
it.
gave me up,
Yeah,
Your
now I'm
Honor.
from the street and I wouldn't
She
let a trick
manipulated
me.
me.
I wouldn't have gotten tricked like that. Judgment for the
man.
plaintiff, your claim dismissed. Have a good day.
Well, you know, you called me a beast, and I think that was very unnecessary because, you know, I've always cared about you, and you know that.
I feel like when it was good, but when it was bad, it was bad.